Hello awesome people, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Software Inc. In the last episode we started expanding our company actually a little bit. I hired a new team and also made a new project called Grand Theft Hip 5, and if for the ones that are totally oblivious, that's the game. And we also had some cool artwork from Cypter coming in, so thank you so much for that. Again, if you guys feel like you want to contribute something to the series, like if you feel like I want to make a cool logo for a game, or I have a suggestion for a name for some of the software that you're making or whatever, please feel free to share it in the Discord. I totally want you guys to do that. It makes the series so much better. So thank you so much to all the people that have been doing that, and yeah, feel very welcome to do that if you want to. So yeah, let's move on. So at the end of the last episode, we were basically close to reviewing this. It still needs one reiteration probably. This already has one, so this is basically a 10 out of 10, and once we finish it, I hope we will check, but it should be. And we also started doing some design work, but yeah, I also made the teams bigger. We had a real like sort of an expansion, yeah, to the actual company. So let's move on. Let's go straight into the gameplay. Last time I've been talking quite a bit, even though we had the game running. This time I want to focus a bit more on what we're actually doing. So that being said, the goal is still to get these guys out there and then make sure we start working with probably project management on Hippo S4, and probably do one more manual game. Which I still have a list of names, which is also pretty cool from suggestions. Also, for the people that have been asking about, certain votes and events, this series was meant to have more votes, voting polls in the Discord for events to happen. But because I'm so busy, and I'm gonna record like probably 8 videos in one sitting right now, which is a lot. I never normally do that, but that's to make sure that I have enough videos for the next 1.5 week, I guess. So having votes worked into that is very, very hard, because I basically can put up a vote, and then an hour later I basically need to know what the end is, which is a bit too much. I don't want people to rush that. I want people to have time to actually put their votes in. Very well, by the way, from me, that I actually use the education screen now, the education screen, I should say. But yeah, let's click that away. But yeah, that being said, so there will be less votes when I cut back to like a normal schedule, and I'm kind of like, I have a schedule that I can work around with, and I have more possibilities to actually record on the moments that I want to record, and I can record. More importantly, I will be doing more of those votes again. I mean, the party thing was the last thing, and that was a vote, but honestly, I didn't even really feel like we should have done a vote for that, because I already knew the answer. So the same thing happens every time when we do a vote for a party. Like 2 or 3 people say, well, let's not do it, and then the rest goes, yeah, party! So yeah, that's basically what happens. You are the AHR manager, so we're gonna give you the free start in HR, Isaac, so that you get that, because I kind of promised you that. I personally don't think it's the best choice right now, but I mean, that's the backstory. So you go 2D, I guess, and there we go. But yeah, we have been doing quite well with that, and the parties, they're also always really fun. But I mean, at this point, I know I throw out the votes because I think it's funny and it's interactive for the people in the Discord. But it also means that I basically already know what the answer is going to be. So whilst I was talking, we're going to do a review of Grand Theft Hip 5. I'm kind of certain that this is going to be a 9.9. Oh, it's a 10 out of 10. Really? We don't have to reiterate it. Normally, it's like, if you go to iteration 4, maybe our team is actually good at making games. I don't think they are, but maybe, you never know. But yeah, if it's a 10 out of 10, we're not going to reiterate that. There's no point in doing that. So this is actually going to be faster in beta than Hippo S3, which I wasn't expecting. But I mean, I'm totally fine with it. So let's promote it. Let's market it, and let's do let's do a announced release date. Actually, November 2000. I'm not. Some people have been asking this in the last few weeks, I should say. How do you release, and does it really matter if you release close to one of your competitors? Yes, it does matter, but honestly, if you make a very good product and some people know you, they will still buy your product. So you can definitely min-max it that way. I'm not gonna do that. I never really have done that, to be honest. I'm gonna go for December, by the way, in 2001. Like, about a year of bug fixing should be good. But yeah, I've never really done that, and I've never had a problem with missing a lot of sales because of a competitor. Basically, what I do, I just make the better product, and that's it. But yeah, I mean, you can definitely do it. It's definitely, you can make a little bit more money or lose a little bit less money if you really plan it ahead and take a good look at everything. I just don't. It's just, I'm a bit lazy with that, okay? And that being said, I also like just to play the game in my own way. I definitely listen to tips, and I want to help people out as much as I can. But I also, most of the time, I just tell them, you know, this is my way. I like to experiment with these things. I make mistakes, a lot of mistakes. But I learn from them, and it's fun. It's fun to learn from those mistakes and just try something new once in a while. That's what keeps the game fresh for me, at least. So yeah, and that's what we're gonna see when we're gonna build the hardware factory, probably. So yeah, kind of looking forward to that, but also not because I need to actually figure stuff out on camera, which is always a bit nerve-wracking. Especially if you end up with something that doesn't work. You basically have a video that doesn't do anything. 10 out of 10, awesome. So let's promote it and let's market it. And let's do press release. No, shit. This one, January 2001. I mean, it's let's do February 2002. They're very close upon each other then. Like 2 months distance between each other, but that's actually pretty good because once this is out, we can port it to this one immediately once it comes out. That's actually something that I would suggest. Try and look at that. If you're making an operating system and you have something like a game, something that is actually going to sell pretty well, probably, it's going to help your operating system too. So if you can release it just before your operating system and import it immediately when the operating system comes out, you will have some extra sales. If it's good, of course. If it's not good, well, it doesn't matter what you do, it will not really sell very well. I mean, unless you're the only one. Unless you're like the first 3D editor out there, it doesn't really matter. If it's really bad, it will still sell. You will still probably make a profit out of it, which I think is a bit meh. I think that shouldn't happen. I honestly think that bad products shouldn't make a profit. Or at least you should pay for it in some other way. I mean, if something like Apple, for example, would make a bad product, it would probably still make a profit because they have so many fans and so many people that want to pay that price and just basically are accustomed to all the quality that Apple normally delivers. So at the point that they actually release a bad product, they will probably still make a profit, but there are other ways they will pay, like fans that have been longtime fans buying that product and actually finding out, well, I don't like this, it's bad quality, and I'm gonna buy something else, and they're gonna stop being fans. That's gonna be like the biggest hit for like a big company like Apple or maybe Samsung or whatever. Probably if that happens. I'm not saying they make bad products, I mean, that's not for me to judge, but you know, that's kind of, probably they get a bigger hit at that point with fans the first time it happens, and then probably profit. And of course, it doesn't make the same amount of profit as a good product, but it will still make a profit, probably. You can be trained. Yeah, let's train all of you. Yeah, you definitely need system. I'm almost amazed why I hired you if you didn't have any tick in system, but I then remembered that I also hired some 2D experts in that team because I thought we needed some more 2D too for the game department. So we're doing well. Actually, our design artist team is not really doing much. So what I would be doing is I can be working on the new game. I'm actually not gonna do that. I actually don't know if I want to do that. I don't think so. Probably, okay, we're just gonna give them some deals then to work on. Ooh, that's a lot of money. It's an operating system though. Nope. Not gonna make a competitor for that. A game I don't really care about. That's totally fine. We can have a lot of game competitors and still sell. There we go. 2 more games in there. 42 months. Yeah, they're both like the longest that we can. So let's just do this and move on. I think we're actually gonna release both products this episode. That would be cool, man. It's been a long time since we have released 2 products in an episode. Most of the time we're actually focused and quite like spread over the year with releases if I have multiple teams working. For some reason, I'm not really planning that out, but it just happens for some reason. Which is honestly, I also think that's a good way of doing it, because if you spread it out, you have basically income and like the hype going for your company like 12 months a year instead of like 3 months a year with all the big releases, and then it dies down, and at the end of the year it's kind of almost dead, and then you release again. I mean, I think it's better to just spread the releases out a bit. Don't worry about that message. Just shh, nobody tell anyone. Okay, so doing very, very well right now. We actually employee benefits. I mean, oh, this is something we could do a vote on at some point. Do we want a company car? I mean, I guess the answer would be yes, but you never know. It would be cool though to have some like the actual coloring. Let's actually set a coloring. I kind of like a lighter orange, something like this. It probably looks like really bad on a car, but you know, I like the color. You should go into support. Sorry, service support. There we go. And you don't need anything else of that. Hung Gonzalez, what a name! What a name! He must be very popular with the ladies. Okay, let's move on with that. That was a very bad joke, I know, but I mean, come on, the game fed me that name. I had to say something, right? Okay, we made a little profit there, like $2,000, but we're losing basically nothing, so it doesn't really matter. He says, well, losing 10,000. I mean, if I was losing $10,000 a month, I would be bankrupt very soon. But yeah, in this case, it doesn't matter. But we have been hovering around this total for a long time now. I kind of want to release something new again to make sure that we get there, to get more money in. We also get our stuff back at some point. How long is that actually? How long do we still have to wait? Wait, there is no release. Okay, let's take it back then. Thank you. Because we're gonna use that money to build our factory. The release was done apparently. That's actually nice. I like that. I don't like the release dates on that. I kind of get I get why they're there. But I don't like them. We'll develop that one because it's not really. Yeah. Don't really care about it. Oh, yeah, I totally forgot to do press builds. Well, there we go. You will get a press build too. I mean, we're just gonna overflow the newspapers with our. That's the thing. There's still new newspapers. Come on, we should go for internet. Internet marketing is, I guess, far easier to reach people nowadays than newspapers. Scyther, let's do network for you. Are you almost done with this? Not really. So let's see how many fans we get from that very, very late press build. Basically saying, hey, look at this, we release it next month. Basically next month. Kind of weird, but you know. Given that the test run might be new big hit, has all the new features. That's very good news. It doesn't give us a lot of followers because we don't make games normally, but that's fine. Might be new big hit, has all the new features. I mean, that it's just like double the followers of that, but it's still not much. But it will go up. It will go up. So the thing is, it's October. We're gonna release this in December, so basically we have 1 more month. I mean, we're gonna just do another press build straight away for this. I mean, normally I don't do this, but I totally forgot. So let's just push it and see if we can get to the point where there are enough. Is this almost done? Yes, this is done. Okay, assign. There we go. I feel like we can start working on a new game. I'm gonna leave it open for now because I need to check my list. I will do that at some other point. I will just rename it at that point. It's gonna be an RPG game, sure. It don't really matter what type of game it is, to be fair. Let's go over here because I need to select the teams. The design art is going to do the design, and design art and dev 2 is gonna work on the game. There we go. Now go back to the first page. Because now it actually shows what we can and cannot do. So we will do all of that. 2D graphics and adaptive music. I mean, yeah. Can't do this. We can do multiplayer, but I don't think like that's actually needed. We will do that later on, maybe. Probably. This will be $65. Product name is going to be... We're going to call it Project X for now. I will come up with the name later, because I have a list, like I said. I will choose one of those names. Tech level. What's the highest tech level? It was still done by tech level. So it's 1995. It is great quality, so we can definitely use that one. 1996, great. Ooh, also 1996, outstanding. That's the newer audio shop. Macro Corp is actually doing very well, apparently. But yeah, we will definitely use that. So let's add some systems here. So active people. Let's add you. Let's add you because you're also 2000. You are also quite new. You still have a lot, so that's kind of what I'm going for. There we go. And we will add our own ones as soon as it releases, basically. Because then we have a better idea of what would be good and what not. So this is all set up correctly. So let's develop this one. And like I said, I will change the name later. Let's put it at the top because it's our new design. So awesome. Let's move on because we're almost going to release this. And after this, we are going to do the project management work for Hippo S4. You can be trained techie. Techie. Let's do system. You're not a very good programmer yet, but I will teach you how to program. Well, the game will teach you. I don't know how to program myself, so we'll maybe start learning it because my new potential new job is IT. So you can do a lot of things in IT. You don't even have to really know how to program, but it can be an important part to know. So my new big hit, awesome. I mean, it doesn't really help with the followers so far. So let's do a press build for this one. Because that's going to release in February. This is going to release next month. And also the followers take like 1 or 2 months to go up to the amount, to total amount. Especially the first press build you do. It takes like 2 months to let it grow. And sometimes it grows really slowly like now. But if you have a lot of followers and you do a press build of a category, like an operating system for us would be better because we are making operating systems a lot. Once we are people are very happy with us in that category, you will see a large growth coming in every month, basically for about 2 months in your followers. Looks amazing, has all new features. It will be out any moment now. That's also good news. I mean, it gave us a little bit more there, but how many... Yeah, operating system, people don't really like us. I think that's because our first Hippo S, our system, we missed so many support tickets, which we couldn't really fix. I mean, we could have fixed it if we went to a new building, but the thing was, I wanted to go to a building that you guys made, and I still had to, you know, the suggestions coming in, and had to look at all the buildings, so kind of a YouTube problem, I guess. But yeah. I mean, it's still fine. How much are we losing per month now? I think it's not much, right? It's growing now. But it's fine. It's fine. We'll be fine. Audio. Let's go. Don't need much more of that. Wait. We actually forgot to release. I have the... Oh, no. I have the... Wait, where did the timer go? It's actually there. Okay. I mean, I have a mod that gives me a message. You should not forget to release this, and I still managed to forget it. So, well, we release it now then. Start a marketing campaign. Let's start marketing it for 50,000. That's a bit too much. 50,000. Marketing 1. There we go. Yes. Yes. And we get like 100,000. Not a million. There we go. 100,000 copies. Let's check it out. It is outstanding. Of course, it's outstanding. I mean, come on. It's us. So let's port it. We will use... I mean, we don't use the support teams because they need to work on the tickets. It would take too long. Let's port it to Panstop. Let's port it to Bot X2 or whatever it's called. Let's start with those two. Marketing. Let's move it up. Porting. Let's move it up so I can actually see what they're doing. I mean, we can just do this because it's not that important anymore. Hippo S3 will be there. Awesome. Okay, let's move on. And we will see how this is going to sell. Let's ignore that message. We will see how they're going to sell. Because I think that they will be doing well. I mean, I can imagine that. But yeah, I mean, we should be selling well. It's a very good game. And we can also use it. Ooh, art. I mean, let's do audio art for you. We don't have a lot of audio artists right now, I think. Yeah, I would imagine that it's going to be selling well because it's a very good game. So why would it not sell, right? Okay, it is February, so what we're going to do is we're going to do this in the next episode. We're going to do this in the next episode. I'm going to release, and we're going to see how well it did, how well marketing, how well Grand Theft Hip 5 did. So yeah, we're going to see that in the next episode. Guys, I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, then please make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, share the video, subscribe if you haven't. And as always, I've been Hipbone, you've been yourself. Thanks for being awesome, and thanks for watching.